Hi guys, welcome to the use of natural and artificial fertilizers. So in terms of the specification, you need to be able to describe the use of natural and artificial fertilizers to replace the nitrates and phosphates lost by harvesting plants and removing livestock. So here we've got the question to summarize the processes of nitrogen cycle and phosphate cycle. So explain how farming practices increase the productivity of agricultural crops. So this answer has mistakes and you need to fix them. So you can pause the video for a second and try to find out the mistakes. Right, so the correct answer is the fertilizers are added to the soil, nitrate is needed to make proteins, ATP, DNA, genetic modification of crops, plugging allows nitrification and or decreased nitrification, and crop rotation benefits in terms of soil nutrients and pest reduction. So how to increase productivity? So reduce concentration of minerals obviously will become a limiting factor. So that will lead to the reduction of plant crops. So further we will have reduced productivity, and to overcome this we could add fertilizers. So fertilizers, the main of the fertilizers is to increase productivity. So we've got two types of the fertilizers. We've got natural organic fertilizers and artificial inorganic fertilizers. So natural fertilizers consist of dead and decaying remains of plants and animals, so it's mainly the animal waste. And artificial inorganic fertilizers are mined from the rocks and deposits. They are converted and blended to give balance of minerals for specific crop. So mainly those fertilizers will contain nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium ions. So to get the long-lasting increase in productivity, we should combine both of those fertilizers in the right amounts, of course. So natural fertilizers, let's have a look what the examiner could possibly ask for. Could ask for the advantages, so improve the soil texture, contains trace nutrients, nutrients released slowly, less likely to leach out, because leaching is one of the problems that we could deal with. They are cheaper, and disadvantages obviously we don't know what's the exact composition of them, and they are heavy to transport because they are obviously animal wastes. So in terms of the artificial fertilizers, the advantages that this is a known composition, they are lighter to transport, but disadvantages, they are more soluble and they could cause leaching. So that's definitely disadvantage. Lacks trace nutrients and does not improve soil quality. So what's the need of fertilizers? So they replace nutrients, nitrates and phosphates mainly, lost from an ecosystem nutrient cycle. When does that take place? When the crops are harvested or livestock is removed. And the nutrients that have been removed from the soil and incorporated into the biomass can be released back into the soil through decomposition by saprobiotes. So fertilizers will improve the efficiency of energy transfer. So more energy can be used for growth, so more biomass. And the nutrients could no longer be a limiting factor, which we've seen at the beginning of our video. And finally, we will get the increase in productivity of the agricultural land. So how they actually increase the productivity? For example, they will provide the forms of the nitrogens, which is component of the amino acids ATP nucleotides in DNA, which are needed for the plant growth so they can grow taller. For example, they will have a higher leaf area, so will increase the rate of photosynthesis, more light can be absorbed, and they will improve the crop productivity and obviously will lead to the production of cheaper food. So the effects of the nitrogen containing fertilizers, we could look at the positives and negatives here. So the nitrogen, which we've mentioned many times, is the essential component of proteins ATP nucleotides needed for growth. So they could increase the surface area for the photosynthesis, so increase rate of photosynthesis, improve crop productivity, and produce cheaper food. But then again, they will reduce species diversity due to competition and cause leaching, which leads to the removal of nutrients from the soil, and finally eutrophication, which is the process when we will observe the nutrient concentration increase in bodies of water. So in our next video, we will be actually looking in more detail on leaching and eutrophication. So that's everything for the fertilizers for this video. Right, see you later.